All right, I got the start time.
Okay. Chest hair. Ball sacks. Ramblecast. Hello and welcome to the Ramblecast.
Nicely done.
Nice.
Why have we not done that yet?
I don't know.
I knew you were going to say ball sack, by the way. I was like, if you don't say ball
Chest
sack.
hair.
Yeah.
Ball sack.
I had no idea where you're going with that. I was like, chest hair? What the fuck?
You didn't get it by that cool rhythm and that... No, you didn't. Okay.
No. He's not music savvy.
No. Was that Matt that stopped or me?
That has to be you because I actually did all of the heavy lifting and I moved the better computer home. So I shouldn't have any glitchiness.
All right.
So, you let me know.
It was only you that froze up on me, so I don't know.
I feel bad about
maybe
last podcast.
Maybe it's you and I that aren't connecting.
Something, yeah.
What? Am I off? Am I still off?
No,
you're on now.
You're good.
But we were talking about ball sack, and you kind of broke up. So
well, I break up about ball sack just like you do about Manny Machado. You're all like, hey, Manny Machado, I love you.
Well, I know some people hate him. You got Chris in Boston who hates Manny Machado.
I don't really care. I just want to shit on him because I know how much you love him.
Unless he's some obnoxious patriot, Chris is going to shit on him. So what
do we not shit on everybody that is on this podcast?
Yeah, who do we not shit on?
I don't believe in shitting on anybody.
Whatever.
No.
You were throwing me under the bus for not recording last week. But meanwhile, you're hey, I'm in San Diego, I can't record.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just pointed out that
I was ready. All I've been doing is just.
I like your hat though, Jack. It's like a funeral colored hat for the Padres. Yeah,
it's the Padres. Yeah,
like what you would wear.
Welcome to the San Diego mortuary, where all baseball dreams go to die.
I like that
we
voice.
all drive Lexuses.
Yes, with Manny Machado. Anyway.
Oh my goodness, guys! It's been a long time.
It has been, and to be fair, I think I just completely. I couldn't remember who was on vacation, what was going on, and about midway last week, I went, "Wait a minute, were we supposed to record this week?"
That's what I.
And then I saw someone post something. Did I miss the show this week? And I went, "Oh, I guess we did." I don't.
Same. Like I was back in town, ready to go last week, and I go, "Oh, is no one ever going to message me?" And then we're off again.
This is pretty much a democracy. Anyone can say, "Hey, when are we recording this week?"
Yeah, I was in the middle of Maine. Not middle, northern Maine.
So it was your fault. You were still on vacation.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. I've been off. So I was talking about this before we hit record. I took the first week of the month off for a vacation. I went in for 2 days to write reviews and do some office work, and I haven't worked since. And I have to go back to work tomorrow morning. I'm not looking forward to it. Although, after I work for 4 weeks, I get another 2.5 weeks off to finalize my paternity leave.
There you go. So you have to work another month, right?
Yeah, another month, and then I'm off for a bit. But man, I was down to Cape Cod for a week, the first week of July. Came home for a week and just kind of did family stuff around the house and hung around town. Last week we're in Maine. Then this week we're back down the Cape again. So I actually came back from the beach today. My wife and kids are still down there at our friend's place, but now I'm like,
it's so hard being you, Chris.
Dude, I know. It's
like
been
our podcast listeners are just like, cry me a river.
No, it's been so awesome.
No, they're going. This is the guy that makes fun of the guy that drives a Lexus,
right?
Yeah, look at Nick playing his little violin. It's been so awesome, but man, I am so not ready. I am so not ready to get tomorrow morning.
I can't go back to work because I was at the Cape.
Sounds like a typical Patriot fan when they don't win the Super Bowl that year. They didn't win the Super Bowl.
God, what am I gonna do?
Oh my God, I feel like a San Diego fan. Fuck.
Yeah.
We don't have a football team, so what?
I'm working on this little tombstone here for the graveyard of broken dreams. So
graveyard of broken dreams.
It should be multiple tombstones in it.
It should be, yeah. It's kind of like
it really should be. It's a fuck you, Dean Spanos.
Yeah.
It is the Arlington Cemetery of
graveyard of San Diego teams. Sports.
I'll put the Cleveland Browns in the background. So
this should be a pretty action-packed episode, though. We've got a lot to talk about.
We do.
I do.
Okay, let's do it.
I mean, I don't want to lead off. Really.
Let's do it.
Go ahead, Nick. And the show is yours.
All right.
It's all Nick.
Interruption in 5, 4. No. So
I don't want to wait that long to interrupt you.
I'll just start. Yeah. Since you guys briefly talked about it on the last episode, we'll start with the movie Yesterday. That Jack and I watched. I don't know if the other two guys got around to seeing it yet. So I had mentioned it a while back. It's a movie. Jack set it up. It's a movie where a guy's a failing musician and he falls and then he either gets put into a different universe.
Hey, don't spoil this because there's some spoilers apparently that Jack stepped on last.
He did. I even listened to it. I think, he did spoil it a little bit.
But the listeners backed me up against. I don't want to mention that Dennis is the one who called me.
Yeah, I mean, no one would notice it unless you had actually seen the movie. But
because Dennis said major spoilers, I go, what the fuck did I say? So I went back and listened. I go,
yeah. I mean, that's in the previews. The previews that he wakes up. He wakes up and he's in a world where the Beatles never existed, and that's in a world, yeah. Jack,
and I'm just kidding, Dennis.
Yeah. I liked it. I think Jack praised it a little bit more than I would have. I think it's a cute movie. It's a good solid,
which I predicted.
Yeah, it's not like I would never own it, but it's a cute movie. It's a good little family movie. You won't hate it. It's a good solid B. It is what it is. I mean, there's some things I nitpick about, but I'm not going to get into that.
What? Well, now you can't just say there's things I would nitpick about and then not nitpick.
The dragon at the end, it wasn't.
Yeah,
real.
Exactly. It's like no, just things like just me being a time travel kind of person or thing like that. Like the world would be a hell of a lot different if the Beatles never existed. So it's just one of those things where
but there were some different stuff.
There was some things, but those things were just omitted from the timeline. But if the Beatles had never existed, you wouldn't have things like yoga, or things that in the Western Hemisphere. There's so many things that were influenced by the Beatles. Yeah, I know it's debatable, but they were some of the people that brought a lot of Eastern things into the more Western civilization. A lot of just things that they influenced. How many other musicians did they influence? And then so it's you can't really have certain artists without having the Beatles.
You never would have held someone's hand
ever.
It's
just that's full of germs. It's gross.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just imagining this really spiraling out of control future in which actually things are a lot better
without the Beatles. Without the Beatles, they ruined everything.
Because most people said you can't go back and kill Hitler because it's going to change everything around. But you can't. If the Beatles didn't exist, life would be different as we know it.
Oh man. Mark Chapman was a time traveler. Sorry, I'm a huge Lennon fan. That hurt me. So, anyway, go ahead with your little review here.
Well, no, that's it with that one. I've got. I saw 4 movies since my last appearance.
What have you been on maternity leave too?
Yeah. Only 4? Okay.
Yeah. I saw Toy Story 4.
Yes, me too. Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, the new Spider-Man.
Oh,
and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I'm going to go see that Friday.
So, where do we want to start?
Well, do Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but don't spoil it.
Okay.
Don't do what I would do.
Because you're on mute, Chris.
I just saw the chat.
So I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood Friday. Wow. It doesn't look like it. No, Saturday. And I liked it. I thought it was his best film he's done since Kill Bill Volume 2 or Volume 1 and 2. It's a slow burn. So, as in for the main where the story is going, but there's a lot of nice little highlights in between for certain scenes that you're like, oh, that's really good, or that's really funny. That really play no part in the overall story, but it's a good film. I would recommend it.
Isn't it about Sharon Tate? Has Sharon?
No, like with a lot of Tarantino historical, where he puts anything in a historical context, it's more like an alternate reality, even though it does have some historical things in it. Sharon Tate is in it, but not a major role.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of her actual films.
Wow.
I'm not mean as an insult, but she was a minor character in most things. But yeah, it's good. Like there's a lot of really funny, like about somewhere around a third of the way through the film, there's a really good scene between Brad Pitt and an actor being Bruce Lee that is gold.
Oh yes, I've heard about that.
It's gold. It's so good. But there's lots of pretty good scenes in it.
I guess Bruce Lee's daughter's not too thrilled about that.
Yeah, so. I mean, to me, it's like, I get over it. That's really what I would say.
Wow. But without seeing, what was she upset about without spoiling anybody?
She's just upset of like any historical character that, I mean, Quentin Tarantino does that. Like, he's not really going to play them historically accurate. And if they're on the set of Green Lantern and Bruce Lee is kind of being a cocky guy at this point. I'm not sure who he's talking to. I don't remember, but he's talking about how his hands are deadly weapons, and he could whoop Cassius Clay, and all this, and that's kind of where it leads to. And it's just the fact that he's being arrogant, I guess, and that's what she's saying is like, my dad wouldn't have acted like that. It was like, well, how would you know? You were 3 years old when he died.
Well, I'm not going to touch that.
No. Yeah, but. I don't know.
Well, I haven't seen the movie, but I just know that she was somewhat vocal about not appreciating.
I met Bruce Lee, and he was pretty cocky. So
I mean, to be fair, like Hitler's kids weren't very happy about the Inglourious Bastards.
No, they're not happy about all the takes of that one scene with Hitler, where Hitler doesn't like this. Hitler doesn't.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's what they're upset about.
Oh, that's what they're upset about.
My dad didn't hate everything.
To be fair, they are Argentinian kids, so.
Yeah. So. But no, I liked it. I thought it was good.
Was it better than Toy Story 4?
I like Toy Story. The thing is, I might have briefly talked about Toy Story 4 before I left.
I think you did, because I hadn't seen it yet, but I did take my kids to finally see that movie. So.
I liked Toy Story 4. I felt it was more of a Woody standalone movie than a Toy Story film. But I didn't think it was as good as Toy Story 3, but I did enjoy it. It's a good movie.
Did you cry?
Yes, I remember we did talk about this a little bit. Yeah. You can't. I think there's one scene towards the end that you can't help but tear up a little bit.
Yeah.
Even me?
I don't know. You're pretty cold-hearted.
I am. That's true.
I mean, as a San Diego fan,
yeah,
you kind of have to be a little callous in your heart.
Well, my tears, the depths are all dry. It just dried up. I mean, you can only cry so much in life.
I was with you on that podcast when you took one to the face. So
I'd also like to point out to our listeners out there that Chris has purposely muted himself to prove a very dumb point. Because he doesn't want to say anything, because I'm not going to interrupt people.
I'm not muted.
Wow.
So Toy Story, Once Upon Again in Hollywood, yesterday, and what was the other movie?
Oh, so I saw Toy Story 4.
Oh, the Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. I'm not a fan of Spider-Man. I won't go see it.
Okay.
I saw me off.
Yeah, you and your Spider-Man hate.
I don't like him. I'm not going to root for him.
All right. This one was pretty good.
I just get out a can of Raid. Fuck you, Spider-Man.
I think I like the first one a little bit better, I think. But I still like this one. I saw it twice. I saw it once before I left, and I saw it once I was in San Diego.
Hey, did you go to the movies with Cliff when we were out there?
I did not.
Wow, I thought something you would do. All right, let's go ahead.
Well, I saw him enough. We share a bed. It's like
wow.
Oh, hey, remember that time I butt dialed you back?
You did. So everyone out there, where were we? Me and Jay and Call and a bunch of us are out to eat for dinner, and Chris calls me, and I'm like,
It was like a Facebook Messenger video call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was wondering what that was.
I tried to get on it. I go, why can't I get on it?
Well,
Am I not allowed on this stupid call? So Nick was probably talking, and you decided to interrupt him.
Yeah, I wanted to interrupt his time in San Diego. So I don't know when it was. I think maybe a week ago, or whatever. But I was in this room actually, and I was definitely not sober. I was, I was on some enhancements to make my evening a little bit more creative.
Oh, I got a story about that.
And all of a sudden, like I think that one of us had said something in the messenger, like in our group.
I think Nick and I were said something,
and I must have like hit something like on putting my phone in my pocket. All of a sudden, I can hear my phone ringing. And I'm like, "What the hell is my phone ringing?" I can't really figure out what the hell's going on because I was, not in the right state of mind. And I look down, and there's Nick. And I'm like, "Oh, hey, dude!"
You actually talked to Nick.
He answered, yeah,
because I went to go click on it, and she goes, "Because my wife goes." I go, "Well, there's Chris is trying to video chat with us." He goes, "Why would they want to talk to you?" I go, "I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude." I go, "But I see a video chat. Maybe there's something he wants to show us. Maybe his son did something. I don't know."
And I think Nick may have had a few drinks too, so you're going back and forth. And I'm sorry, I had no idea. Then we had an entertaining chat after the fact, and I'm like, I'm glad we're probably neither of us are going to fully remember this conversation tomorrow.
True,
and I forgot about it till right now.
Yeah, we were in one of those breweries where you can have a bracelet or whatever and pour all your samples of all the different ones.
Dangerous.
So yeah, I was doing that, and they had a big selection of ciders and sours. So that's where I stuck to, and it's all 6-7%, like a lot of those places are. So I was quite happy. But yeah, I looked down like, oh, Christmas comedy. You've done that before in the past, or like we're all in San Diego, and it's like, oh, let's have a group thing, and like I showed the phone to everybody, like, oh, there's Chris, and everybody's like, hey, which Chris?
I'm like.
I'm so wasted.
I was not sober. I pulled when I pulled the phone out. I'm like, oh, look at Nick's on my phone. How did that happen?
Why was I not able to get on? I was there the whole time. I mean, I couldn't click on it. Wouldn't let me on. So
yeah, the first time it wouldn't let me on either. So then I just was like, oh, something must be up. So I called Chris back, and that's where we actually.
Oh, okay. Well, I tried. I
think that's what happened.
Sure.
Either way.
Anyway, good times.
As long as you didn't call Matt too, and I was completely left out, that would have pissed me off.
Yeah, then it would have been a Owen and Bruce.
Didn't even think about that. Yeah. That
By the way, can't wait for the Mandalorian so that we can have some Owen and Bruce focused Mandalorian episode rewatches. So
we push that crappy podcast enough on this channel.
Fine. I just thought maybe some people might wonder, like, hey, are we gonna get the Mandalorian? Like,
I'm sure someone on the Facebook page will, hey, any more Owen and Bruce out there? I'm sure we'll get that.
We get literally duos of emails.
Duos. Dos emails. At least one of them is about my kids. So, there you go.
And the other one is actually from Nick.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you guys have a good time in San Diego, though?
Internal memo.
Yeah.
The weather was absolutely perfect.
It was good. Yeah, we had a couple overcast days, but we still got burned.
Yeah, the overcast days were because here it sucks. The wet. What's that say? San Diego.
In the background, it says Cleveland Browns. So
nice.
Is it a little spooky with the bat and the moon?
I like it.
It's kind of scary.
So what should I put on this third tombstone for?
Well, think about it. It's Jack's 3 teams. So you have San Diego,
Cleveland
Browns, and
the Clippers.
Was it the Ravens or the Bengals?
It's got to be somebody that like really sucks ass.
Oh, so like the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers, then. Yeah.
Oh, okay, we'll put the.
Why? I never rooted for the Buccaneers.
Just saying, those are your teams.
All right,
they're not my teams. It's the Ravens and Browns. Anyway, no, the weather was that because out here the weather sucks. It's right now. You're in the midst of the shitty weather, and out there it was perfect. I think we had one day where the weather was like but we went to the beach one day, went to La Jolla Shores, and saw a little shark swimming around. And Zach was next to me,
A baby shark.
with a baby shark. Yeah, baby. We sang that all because. Who's it? Zach or Alex likes it, so we kept singing it the whole time out there. So once it's in your head, do 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 do. If you haven't heard it, it's a great song.
I think
Like Caillou. Yeah.
Exactly, but it was probably like 18 inches long, something like that, 19 inches long. It could have been one of Dell's toys. I don't know.
If I had a nickel for every time I've said that. Yeah.
So it swam by me, like ankle deep water, and I said, "Hey, look, Zach," because Jay was next to me, a shark. And he goes, "Get out of the water!" Get out of the water. I go, "What is he doing?" He goes, "Well, Zach and I watched Jaws a few weeks ago." I go, "Well, I didn't know that." So he's like, we had to try to get him. We had to, build his courage back in to come back in the water. I go, "Who lets a 5-year-old watch Jaws?" I go, "That's not because they were blaming me." "Why would you say that?" I go, "Because you're sitting there, and a little shark goes swimming by." So you're gonna say, what am I supposed to say? Nothing. There's a shark. So he was like doing Roy Scheider. Get out of Brody. Get out of the water. Get out of the water. There's a shark. So he's running.
That's pretty good. I also imagine him wearing that outfit too.
Yeah,
So,
Chief Brody.
yeah. Mhm.
And they even had that scene where Spielberg does that classic Spielberg, where he does that close up of zooming in on Chief Brody's face.
Zach Brody's face.
And then the kid's on the raft and he gets all sucked up, but that happened too, but nobody liked that kid. So
True.
That kid was a total ass.
he was.
We need to get you like a nice jacket blazer with little anchors on it.
Yeah, I could be the mayor.
The mayor.
Martin, there's no reason to close this beach down.
Exactly.
But did he jump when Brody was getting smacked in the face by the mom who was I thought it was the grandma, to be honest with you first, but the mom,
she did look a little old to be a mom.
Yeah. But I'm not judging. Because a lot of the actors there were people just from the island, or that they filmed wherever they filmed it at. They were just regular people. But does the mayor jump in and say, "Hey, I'm the one that made Brody," because he did say, "Oh, she was wrong."
Well, he's a politician. I mean, why would you take the blame when you can blame it on someone else?
But it wasn't Brody's fault.
No.
Right? Anyway.
But, like Chris, Comic-Con was good. Actually, I'll get into. So I had 3 days or 4 days between my work convention and Comic-Con. And there's a diner there that I discovered in 2010 called Brian's 24. And I ate there 6 times while I was there for the 2 weeks. And gained 4 pounds. So that was nice.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh, drink seltzer water, because I heard that's
you lose 7 pounds.
8.
Or 8, okay.
Yes.
But like I always try something different there. And one night I got the Cuban because I love Cuban sandwiches. And if anyone out there doesn't know what a Cuban is
it Mark Cuban, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks?
No, it's a sexual act.
Yeah,
so.
it is a sexual act. Yes.
Because whenever I'm in California, I try a new sexual act. But go ahead, Nick. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, but it's it's usually it's usually a little bit of barbecue.
What's the kind of banter you have on Owen Brews? I would listen if that was the case.
Oh my god, I'm just imagining sex with barbecue sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep this chin.
It's got pickle, a big pickle on it.
Someone's got a big pickle.
Pickle.
Yeah.
So anyway, so this is just derailed.
I'm Pickle Rick. Go ahead.
Got a little barbecue on it, a little pork loin.
Yeah, this is getting better.
Yeah, and some nice and some ham, as well as mustard and usually just pickle slices. But
was there a bun?
Yeah, it's just a French roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, French. Yeah.
And
Jack loves a good loin bun.
Exactly.
I love a good French roll too.
Or roll with the French.
So when I bit down into it, I was like, wow. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't remember this as hard as it usually is.
Yeah.
The sauce just squirted out all over
every
the place.
direction. The juices were flowing. Very wet sandwich.
Yes, I can
My
imagine.
sandwich screaming like this, but anyway.
Well,
I'll have mix at it.
Yes, the emotions coming out of that deli or that. Yeah.
Oh,
This is why we podcast, people.
Yeah. So
Just
but normally you have pickle slices like hamburger pickle slices. But when I looked at it, it was a fried dill pickle spear, and it just made the sandwich. I was like,
okay.
Anyway, I was extremely happy with my sandwich, as were other people.
Sounds like it.
You?
Huh?
Was it good for you?
I smoked a cigarette later.
Nice.
I don't even smoke.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, so
Can I interrupt you for a second?
sure, go ahead.
Good place for a commercial break.
Yeah.
And if you like those deli slices, you're gonna love these.
On Own and Brew.
Subway will never be the same again. Let's go visit Jared.
It's a big sandwich.
And you know, if since we're stopping for a commercial break, you can help us out with our Amazon affiliate link. JandJack.com.
I forgot all about that.
You can buy your deli slices or any pickle rods.
That's how they're called from now on.
Pickle rods, yeah.
Pickle
well,
rods.
I saw the other day that they have this Rick and Morty giant inflatable pickle Rick. You know, I know pool time. You know, it's dwindling fast here. There's not a lot of time left to enjoy your summer and all your
Been
pool
2.5 months. Not much.
Not much. Yeah, exactly. So, but anyway, it's out there. I saw it at my local store.
My pickle's not out there. But the site.
Your pickles aren't public?
No.
Well, pick them while you can.
Public pickles. So, do you have anything else to eat at this diner?
Oh man, I always eat stuff like So I had my first time I went there. I had a triple decker grilled cheese, which is unbelievably good.
That sounds good.
I always get tater tots because any place I can find, if they have tater tots, I'm going to choose tater tots over fries 9.8 times out of 10.
Well, yeah. I mean, if tots are on the menu, you get them.
Exactly.
They have to be cooked right, though.
They have to be cooked right. That's true.
You don't want an undercooked tot.
No.
Because it just doesn't taste right.
I only like school grade tater tots. You know,
Okay.
got to come from an elementary school or higher, and
Slightly burnt on one side, raw on the other.
Yeah. School tots don't. Come on, man.
So I got the triple decker grilled cheese and I got fried pickles, then triple decker grilled cheese and tots. The next time I went, I got the thing you need to know about this place is that if you get fried pickles, or you get any appetizer or any meal, it's not just like a typical meal. It's like a gigantic serving. So if you get fried,
put on 4 pounds. So yeah,
that's the thing. Like, yeah,
I see you enjoyed the food.
I did. Because most places if you get fried dill pickle spears, you get like 5, and they're little wimpy pickles. Like these, I think I got 9.
Really?
Just huge. And then like the next night I got mozzarella sticks because for some reason I wanted and if you get like, if you go to Sonic or somewhere, you get those like finger sized mozzarella sticks, little bitty ones. These are like ungodly, like cigar huge mozzarella sticks. And I got 10 of them. I was just like, Jesus Christ. Like you could eat that and be full and be perfectly fine.
That's just an appetizer?
That was just an appetizer.
Are you eating with yourself or is someone there eating with you?
Always by myself. Well, Cliff came with me one time and that was a funny story too because he got pancakes even though it was midnight. And I guess he was going through something for some because I was just talking and he went, Nick, I actually wrote it down. I had to look it up though, but he's like, Nick, I'm just eating my pancakes, man. I'm eating my happy pancakes. I was like, okay, Cliff, need a hug.
Is there a cutoff time for pancakes? Like,
no, it's Brian's 24, so you can get anything you want 24 hours.
I mean, like, are you a mogwai?
Mogwai?
Like, you can't have pickles or pancakes, pickle pancakes.
Shit. I mean, I agree. I think you can get pancakes or waffles anytime you want. It's true, but like, it's just me. If I'm a little drunk, I'm not gonna get pancakes, but maybe I would. I don't know. He was just in the mood for pancakes. These pancakes are huge, though. Like they're. You can't tell, but like they're Just one would be enough, but they give you like 2 or 3.
let the notes show that Nick showed the size of the pancakes being larger than his head.
Yes, like a cheese wheel.
Larger than Chris'
big
head.
giant cheese wheel.
Larger than my head? I mean, I got a pretty big dome.
He's got a big noggin.
Yeah, you do.
He can't even. He has to get his cap specially made. True story.
Mm-hmm.
RCAD truth.
So what else happened to you in San Diego while you were there?
All right, so now I was going to get into actually Comic-Con. Got my all my exclusives. I was pretty happy. Mostly on preview night, which was nice. But then I wanted to talk to you, Jack, about actual preview night because you left a little early, which I was a little surprised because we usually watch all the pilots.
Well, I do, but the first pilot was Batgirl.
Batgirl,
whatever it is, Batgirl.
I missed that one.
It's kind of like...
Is it because it's a girl? I just want to get this out.
No, I think it's because it's stupid. But
I just want to make sure that we're all.
Just like, can we stop? I don't. I mean, it was okay, but it was like, it's more if you're older like me, you probably moved on from shows like that.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't terrible, but I predicted. I don't want to spoil anybody, but I predicted all the twists they were trying to do.
So you're saying it's too much like Happy Days. And,
maybe when Fonzie was there,
it's more.
And he was fighting. He was fighting, and he had to go. He put up his thumb. No, it just like I said. The twists were like, okay, we're trying to be too clever here. And about 20 minutes into it, I had it all figured out.
Okay, I don't mean to interject, but we're talking about superhero shows that are out there, and I know, and I just want to get Chris in on this show because he's been so quiet. He's being a good boy. He's like a choir boy in this show.
He really is.
But I know that Chris has seen The Boys. I haven't seen The Boys because I don't have Amazon Prime right now.
Well, you're just gonna derail us from preview night just to go to.
I'm not derailing it from preview night. I just want to bring Chris in on this conversation
because I wasn't there. I don't want to talk about it. Go ahead.
Tell me though, like The Boys though is a completely different take on the whole superhero show.
Are we going back to ball sacks? Because
we'll go back to preview and all of your San Diego bullshit. But Chris, come on.
Yes.
Yeah, The Boys. You've seen it. I've want to see it. I've seen the previews. It looks good.
Are they back in town?
So I've seen the first 2 episodes, and
yeah,
dude, it's pretty awesome.
It looks good by the previews, and
are you guys familiar with the premise?
Yes,
I am because I'm not. Jack hasn't because he's still hung up on this whole Batgirl bullshit. But anyway,
so they did air the pilot at Comic-Con, so I mean,
but in their panel, not in preview night. Though.
They had the following Comic-Con,
but a little bit of a deal. The Boys is awesome. I did not know what to expect going into it, so I think that's probably made it even more impactful. So The Boys is about a world in which superheroes do exist, and the long and short of it is that they're privatized. So there's a company that kind of owns and represents them.
In this world, do the Beatles exist?
I don't know. But it is so good. Like, you don't realize what exactly you're getting into until like the first 5-10 minutes of the show, and then there's a thing that happens in the first episode where a character on the show dies, and it comes out of left field, and
so
it
is kind of like Lost.
No, but okay. I'll carry on. So it comes out of left field, and it is so fucked up. Like you're sitting here watching, oh, holy shit! Like it seems like such a wholesome superhero TV show, and then this thing happens, and you're like, what the fuck? This is crazy. But what it is, it shows the dark side of what a world would be with these people who have all these superpowers. And there's this one big company, and it's run by Elizabeth Shue, by the way, who looks phenomenal in her older age.
So she's coming. So she's coming back to Cobra Kai allegedly. So she's getting her acting chops back together. Okay.
She kind of runs this bigger corporation that is kind of like the privatized.
Is her brother in the show?
I don't know.
All right.
Left Shoe.
Yeah, my left shoe.
But it's all about like how this company makes money off of marketing, and that they're trying to sell defense contracts to all that type of stuff, and it's completely
So it's like mobsters.
It's completely fucked up. And there's actually like in the you know how whenever you're watching a show and it gives you like the warning like TV MA, and it's like language, nudity, blah blah blah. In the first episode, that warning pops up, and it was like rude language, nudity, rape, and I was like, what the fuck? And there is like a very rapey scene that's not like they don't. I mean, they allude to it. They don't actually, show any type of like anything like that. But like it's the way that the dialogue goes, that something goes down. But it's such a fucked up show. But that's why it's good, because it's a take on superheroes that no one has taken before, and it's pretty awesome.
I didn't mean to derail the preview night, but I wanted to get your take on The Boys, because I want to watch it. I've seen the previews. I'm curious about it. Sounds like a cool take, and I just wanted to kind of, I don't know, like showcase that in comparison to Jack's ranting about Batgirl and how predictable it is. Here's a show that's not predictable.
Not predictable at all. And I will tell you, anyone who's listening now, this is definitely not the show to watch with your kids at all.
Yeah,
it is bad. It's awesome.
Batgirl, Batwoman, it never had a scene where I went. Again, I think it'll be popular because it'll be on the GW or what's it on? CW.
I like the girl that's the Batgirl. She's the Chris. She's the girl that was mute in John Wick 2.
Oh, I
never heard from her.
She
haven't seen John Wick 2 yet.
She was in also in Orange Is the New Black, I think.
I haven't seen John Wick 2 yet.
I thought you had.
Wait, which one was just in the theater?
That's three. That's three. You've seen
then I have seen John Wick 2. Sorry.
The one that speaks in sign language.
Yes. I like her.
Yeah, she's Batgirl.
Awesome. That's awesome.
She speaks as Batgirl. Yeah. Just spoiler alert. She can talk.
Okay.
Just saying. In Batgirl. But no, I think it'll be popular. It'll be like Arrow and Flash and some of the other shows.
Well, Arrow's going away from what I heard.
Yeah, Arrow's last season's coming up. Flash should have went away a few years ago.
No, Flash is still on, right?
No, it should have went away a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
It should have, because it got stupid. I'm sorry.
See, I've always liked the crew on Arrow. Like, I tune in for like that cast. I really enjoy that cast.
Well, who's the actor who plays Arrow? Stephen.
Oh, Amal.
Well, he called out Dean Spanos.
Really?
Publicly called out Dean Spanos. So I've always had a loyalty towards Arrow, but I did fall behind on it. I need to finish it, but I'm like 3 seasons behind now. So, but the Flash, I just got tired. The Flash was so good the first couple seasons, and then it just got too convoluted and all stupid and all.
Apparently, the actress that plays Supergirl was staying in the room right next to Jan Colleen.
What?
Yeah. I was right down the hall from Jan Colleen, but I missed her by about 2 seconds, apparently, because Jay knew who she was, but Colleen didn't, and because Zach and Alex were playing in the hallway, and she bit down to, do what anyone would do. Like, oh, are you a cute kid or whatever,
Oh, my God.
And Colleen...
Supergirl,
yeah.
Yeah.
And Colleen...
She is awesome.
And Colleen had no idea who she was, and Jay was like,
She's
Supergirl.
Like, stay away from my kids!
Yeah.
Don't touch my kids!
Get away from me,
so
you beautiful
awesome.
blonde.
Yeah.
She's like the only reason I want to watch Supergirl. Like, I don't so in comparison to Flash, like when I've watched Supergirl, I don't really enjoy the rest of the cast of Supergirl, but I enjoy the entire cast of, and it's not, I'm not trying to shit on the Supergirl cast. I love her though.
I saw the pilot at Comic-Con Supergirl.
Anyway, that's just my take on it. But that's awesome though.
Yeah.
I think they put her up in a better hotel.
Well, we're in the Bayfront. I mean, that's a pretty good hotel.
I don't know.
Anyway. So the next show, I missed Batgirl because I was buying all my exclusives.
Well, the reason we left is of the 3 the shows I wanted to see, they're all CW shows.
No.
Are there not all CW shows?
Pennyworth is Epics.
Okay. Well, Pennyworth is the British show, right?
Well,
it starts out like it's a British show.
It's Alfred. It's Alfred from Batman. It's his butler. It's his origin story.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's at one point Cindy goes, "Oh, it's a British show." I go, "No, you're probably not going to like this."
Hold on. So they're coming up with an origin story show for fucking Alfred?
It's actually pretty good.
Come on.
So
I saw the first 10 minutes. It actually did look pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. So it goes basically he
goes to butler camp.
No. Yeah, that's what it was. No, if you watched Gotham, which is now over, Alfred is pretty much a badass.
He is a badass.
It's actually Mr. Belvedere.
There's all of the other butlers. There's the butler from Clue. The butler.
I feel like I could go and write better shows than what are being fucking produced in Hollywood right now. This is crap.
Well, that's why I left. Preview night.
Yeah, weren't you the executive producer on Russell Crowe's Fighting Around the World, Chris? Where he just picks fights at stadiums and hits old men for talking.
Yeah,
I thought you were. Yeah,
I was producing it. I wasn't.
Yeah. But you were giving him the ideas. You would find the people for him to punch. Yeah. That's what I thought.
You could take that guy.
Yeah, that guy. All right.
He's only got one arm.
Give me a few beers. and we'll do it. Yeah.
He just said about your mother.
Yeah.
Did he just say something about Tom Brady? Go kick his ass.
All right, Chris.
But fucking Alfred, dude.
All right. But anyway, I was kind of like you too. I went into it, and you see him. He's young, and he's just getting out of the military. And
I'm Michael Caine.
Yeah.
I don't think the Alfred from the Batman series of the 60s, I don't think he was badass.
No.
He only had one job saying, that was about it.
What did he say?
I don't remember any lines he had, so I couldn't say.
But your face you're making is
give me my own show on Epics.
It's the bat phone. I lift this thing and press a button. That's all I do.
It brings around the Lexus.
Yeah. Lexus is a Batmobile.
I'm Michael Caine.
Okay.
But going to the reason we left,
title,
I finished that.
Alfred.
Fuck Alfred. I just nothing really appealed to me. It's just plus it was late.
All right. Well, anyway, I liked it. It was the 3. It was the best one, Pennyworth, because you saw him get a girlfriend, and she breaks up with him. She gets taken, kidnapped, and he tries to break her out.
Alfred never gets played.
It had some good humor to it because, when he gets into this house, there's this old lady, and he's like, "Where would you keep blah, blah, blah," and she's like, "I'm not telling you." So she pulls a gun on her, and she's like, and then she calls like people because he shouldn't have let her go. She brings the backup. And it's straight out of not Reservoir Dogs, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, where the next time you see her, she pulls out a freaking brim gun and just starts mowing down these people, and you're like, "What the hell?" And I don't know, it's a good season. It's a good show, but I don't think it'll make it because it's on Epics, and I'm not going to pay $5.99 a month extra to get Epics. Just to
I don't even know what Epics is, so
yeah, I don't either. The next show was Prodigal Son, which was good, but
it's about Alfred's son.
Yeah, exactly. God, you're so good, Chris. Yeah, it's actually about the penguin's son,
and he eventually had sex with that old lady, right? That's who the son is.
That's who. Yeah, exactly.
Am I right?
Wow, Jack.
Hey, if we're just going to make stuff up, let's just make it up, right?
Sure. Yeah. No, I'm with you. So I thought it was a Bible story, but go ahead.
Met at Nick's Diner.
Nick's Diner.
My diner. Yeah.
I love those fried pickles.
Well,
Anyway,
juicy sandwich.
Well, probably not at her age.
Well, it was a good show, but to me, it's been done. It was too much like Sherlock and Hannibal, and as in like Silence of the Lambs and all that. It just was. I knew where it was going from minute one. Cliff, of course, had to be Cliff, and was like, "That's pretty good." I was like, "Cliff, it's."
Cliff judges it by the editing.
Yeah, it's true. But I was like, "Look, I already know where it's going." I was like, "It's to me, it's good, but it's been done." And I'll pick up one last show that was not Comic-Con related that I do recommend, but as Chris said with the boys, it is not for kids. It's not even for most adults.
Really?
The HBO show Euphoria. I binged that. It has one more episode. The final episode of this season is this Sunday, and it's about I don't know if you guys ever watched this movie called Happiness that came out in like 99 or 2000. Which just deals with all fucked up people. That's what Euphoria is. And because you have one character that's addicted to drugs, you have one that's transgendered, you have one dad figure that's closeted gay. And
Why are you laughing at that, Nick?
I'm laughing at what you wrote. Yeah,
wow, Nick, jeez.
Yeah. Then you have sons. They show people have anger issues, but it's a good show once you get into it. But I do recommend it. It is pretty good.
I heard really good things about Euphoria. I heard it's like a complete like mind fuck.
Yeah, like if you get past the first 2 episodes, then you're into it. But like the first one, you're just kind of like, fuck, I don't know if I want to watch this or not. But then it gets good. It's just like I said. You see a lot of swinging dicks and ball sacks. That's for sure.
Oh, okay.
The show, okay. Ball Sack City.
Yeah, Ball Sack City.
Ball Sack City. We got balls, and that's all.
I actually go to David Bowie, and
okay.
Back on Ball Sack City.
Wham bam, thank you.
Yeah, wham bam, thank you. Exactly.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's right about at the time of the commercial break is where this show just went completely downhill.
And you gotta blame. Is it Nick you blame, or you blame Matt for interrupting?
I've had the most amount of gin, I think. So I think you blame me, but I'm glad that we're talking TV. I mean, this is kind of interesting, hearing what everybody's been watching.
I caught up with Big Little Lies. Finished it, season 2.
Yeah. I thought you were a little bit more critical about it, because you were I saw that you posted about how there was some showrunner controversy going on with this.
I guess there's about it wasn't as good as season 1, season 2. Of course, I watched it all within like 2 weeks, so it was like binging it and stuff like that. But it was good. I liked the acting, and Meryl Streep. Her character you just want to punch in the face, but because she's such a great actress, Meryl Streep. I don't want to punch Meryl Streep in the face, but she's just one of those people that's irritating. She's passive aggressive, and you just want to rip her eyes out. But I would watch season 2. I don't know if there's going to be a 3rd season.
Yeah, I think you actually mentioned that last episode that I listened to, because I haven't watched either season. And you said that about the same as like Homeland. Like if someone asked me like, is Homeland worth watching? I say, you just watch season 1. That's
season 1 and season 3.
I don't remember which.
No, season 1 and season 2. Skip season 3. Season 4 is okay, and then just gotta stop after that.
Yeah, it's just not. Yeah, but season 1 really to me is the only one. That's the only one I own. Is season 1.
Well, because you would own season 2.
I would own season 2. It's the same as like Walking Dead. I liked Walking Dead season 1. Season 2 was like, fuck this show.
I did start a Magnum PI rewatch.
The original?
The original.
OG, man.
It's on Amazon Prime. And what it's funny because you're watching it and just the different stuff, and it's like what I like to do is I like to go on afterwards and see what these actors are up to that had the backup. Oh. And I go, they didn't do anything. They did something. I didn't realize that's who that was. For whatever, after every episode, when I go to watch an old TV show, I do that. I'll go back and watch and see if they did anything. I did find it funny though, because Magnum is, I think it was the first or second episode. He goes, I got to be careful because he does the voiceovers, because I don't have $60,000 to replace his Ferrari. I'm like going, holy shit, $60,000 to replace her Ferrari. I go, I could have had a Ferrari back in the day. Couldn't have even. But $60,000 for a Ferrari.
It was a lot of money back then. Still is a lot of money today, but
I know, but it's just like, wow, $60,000. And then I was watching one where it's Magnum and this older guy, the guy that played, I think his name was Rocky in the Rockford Files, Rockford's dad. So he's in the episode, and they're going, and with the clip they're showing where they're in the car, the guy that's in the stuntman for Magnum or Tom Selleck doesn't even have a mustache. I go, how bad is it? Was, you could see it as clear as day. I'm like going, what the fuck? I even paused it. I turn to my wife. I go, does that look like Tom Selleck? And she's watching something. She says, leave me alone. So
at least put on some black electrical tape or something.
It was like, it doesn't even look like him. But then I was telling, I know I've talked about this before. I go, because he used the word turkey a lot. That was an insult we used back.
Yeah.
And I can remember wanting to fight people to the death that called me a turkey. What'd you fucking call me? And now you're like, turkey.
Bold 3 strikes in a row. Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, how many people do I not have? I'm not friends with anymore because they called me a turkey.
Hey, but if somebody called me a jive turkey, I was all in.
Well, that's jive turkey. You were definitely crossing the line on jive turkey.
You call me a fucker, but you call me a motherfucker? Oh shit!
Jive turkey. But
got me chilling down to the bone. You dig?
But I'm enjoying it. I'm almost finished with season 1.
Speaking of,
I love me some Magnum. I'm sorry.
It was a good show for a reason. It's funny. Like I told you, my nephews both love Stranger Things, and because of season 3, my oldest nephew wants a Hopper shirt. Of course, my sister and I keep correcting him. No, it's a Magnum shirt. And he's like, of course, he doesn't get that. But he's like, no, it's a Magnum shirt. That's what they are. They're Magnum PI shirts. And he's like, no, I want the Hopper shirt. We're like,
Well, it's funny. I'll point out some of those shirts. Sorry to interrupt you, Chris, but I don't really care. He or she's bright. I said, because I love those kind of shirts, but my wife doesn't like them. I go, but she goes, he looks good in those.
He does.
Oh, I see how it is. If I was 6'4" and had nice hair, and I get it. Anyway,
so I read a cool Stranger Things theory.
Okay,
and
is the spoilers for Stranger Things 3 for
I will try to remain spoiler free on this. No, it's gonna be spoilery.
Okay, so spoilers for Stranger Things 3.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So the final scene after the credits.
So that's spoilery.
Yeah, that's pretty spoilery.
Yeah. Okay, go.
The final scene they show on the episode?
Well, one of them says no. They say no, not the American.
Yeah.
Yes,
leave the American. Yeah.
Barb.
Oh, you think that's Barb?
No,
I read that theory. I was like,
It's got to be Hopper, man.
It's got to be Hopper. I mean, I could see that'd be a really stretch if it was Barb because I said that Barb was dead. But
I'll be disappointed if it's Barb. Nothing personal. I've gotten over Barb.
I mean, it's
like
the only
the rest
reason
of the
why
cast
it's Hopper is like they open up the entire season with them in Russia trying to get through, and here they end it with them, in this like whole space, and he's on the other side. You see those other people vaporize, but you don't see him vaporized. It's got to be Hopper.
Plus, if Barb comes back, they're going to be like, "Who are you?"
Yeah, it's like only 2 people need to be able.
Nancy will be happy. She can get over her guilt.
Yeah, because Nancy was something. She's taking a lot of drugs to get over it and stuff.
Yeah.
So did everybody non-spoilery though? Did everybody enjoy Stranger Things 3?
I did.
I loved it.
Oh my gosh!
I still like Man in the High Castle, but that's okay.
Oh, that's something else I need to talk about with Comic-Con. So I did. Stranger Things 3 did enjoy it. Great show. I thought it was a pickup from season 2. So good.
I love season 2. Don't shit on season 2. Fuck you for not hating.
I like season 2. I just thought it was a letdown from season 1, but season 3 was a good.
I would own all 3.
I do.
See, to me, I think season 2 ups it. Where season 1, I get a little, and I like Winona Ryder. Do not get me wrong. I have had a crush on her since. But yeah, it's that. It's that like it kind of burns it for me, like in season 1. So to me, season 2, like there's more exciting things for me, and I like. I don't know. So
you just like because you hate Sean Astin. That's what it is, isn't it? You like the end.
No, I mean, yeah, okay.
You didn't like going to Radio Shack and have to give your zip code every time you purchase something.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much to like about season 2. I just don't like it when people shit on season 2. So.
I wasn't shitting on it. I just thought it wasn't as good as season 1.
It was in between your words.
Why are you shitting on it, Nick?
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I like season 3. I parsed it out like a. It
seems like you're pretty biased because you love Winona Ryder.
Yeah. He's just bitter because she didn't act in the 2000s. He was looking forward to her progression. He had a big crush on her from Edward Scissorhands, and then she blossomed in Little Women. He grew with her with Little Women. he wanted to be in Little Women.
He has a copy of her mugshot.
Yeah, exactly.
He actually went out on a shoplifting spree in honor
of her. Yeah, and she made her come back and
I identified with it. I was like, yeah, I could see that. Sure,
Yeah.
We all get high, right?
Like, I want that pad and that pencil kit, and I don't want to pay for it. This one's for Winona. I'm gonna take it.
And then when she came back and Mr. D's had that wonderful push-up brawl, he was like, "I'm in heaven."
Look, I'm just saying.
All right, what was the first movie you had a crush on her? Because she started out in Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Right?
Probably Beetlejuice. Yeah, I mean, I
had a crush on her too.
She's just a couple years older than me, so yeah, Beetlejuice, man. Like,
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just saw her in like all, and then Heathers. Oh my gosh, like that was probably like, that really kind of put her in the stratosphere for me.
Can we get her on the show?
I've never seen Heathers.
Not anymore.
On that Creepo show with Mr. Skeezy. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt Nick's interruption, but yeah. Stranger Things 3. You were going to talk about some other fucking show.
Man High Castle. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We
So I did catch that was one of the few panels I caught, which was Man High Castle. So it's coming back for its 4th and final season, November 15th. We saw 5 scenes from different characters. And it looked pretty good. Because a lot of, I'm forgetting his name, but the main Nazi guy. A lot of his,
Yeah,
the Reichsführer one.
you mean Smith?
Yeah, I don't remember the names, but yeah, Smith, I guess. A lot of his character in this season is going to be in the other dimension.
On a writer in it.
She is in this one, yeah.
All right, so now we can get Matt to watch it at least.
I have watched the fucking show, people.
Uh-huh.
But maybe we can get you to watch it in a timely fashion, not 7 months after it airs, and then, hey, do you want to talk about it now?
Yeah, we even had somebody on the message boards ask if we're doing a Man in the High Castle podcast.
Yeah. I saw your shade about that. Whatever. Dude.
Did I throw some shade?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound
You
like
just
me.
ignored me on that, but I did.
That doesn't sound like me. I
wanted to talk. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about it, but by that point, everybody was just like, "Yeah, whatever." Statue of Liberty blows up.
Right, it did. Yeah.
Spoilers. I apologize.
Well, it doesn't blow up. It was blown.
Why don't you just ruin the end of Planet of the Apes for everybody too, Matt? Way to go.
I do apologize for that.
Oh, they did it! Okay.
But it does happen in season 1, so no, it doesn't. But
my God, I don't know where this podcast has gone.
All right, okay. So a show that I watched
Does anybody care?
over the past.
Did Chris watch any shows? I wonder if Chris watched it. Oh, good. I'm just fucking with you.
No.
Go ahead, Matt.
I've been living on beach.
That's right. You've had it rough. All right, Matt, go ahead.
Is your TV just a different angle, or did you switch rooms?
No, it's my computer's at a different angle, and I removed the futon out of here.
Yeah, because I don't see the Das Boot in the background, so
I made him get rid of it.
It's throwing me off. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Did it have a good layer of dust on top of it?
Does Matt have a show he's watched?
Okay, so recently, as far as like maybe a couple weeks back, I started rewatching Community.
Excellent show.
Of course, I've seen that show all the way through, but man, I was like, hey, I haven't seen this for a while. So my wife and I started kind of doing our evening rewatch, whatever it's called. I have drank tonight. I apologize.
I have drank tonight.
I cannot tell a lie. I have had something to drink.
I may have had something to drink tonight.
Surprisingly, I think season 1 still holds up as like maybe the best season. I think it's like the jokes are really rapid fire and a lot tighter. I have enjoyed all of the seasons and the progression, but I think season 1 still is like maybe the best. So,
chased Chris out of the room.
Yeah. Well, he thought I was going to give some spoilers to Community, but
it is like seasons 1 through 3 are superb.
Yes, yeah, and it's nothing to take away from those latter seasons, but
I mean, when they got rid of Dan Harmon, took a big dip, and then when he came back, it just wasn't the same because at that point they already had so many issues with Chevy Chase and all this. It's just like
what's his name?
And I mean, there's things about Chevy Chase in like the first season that like there's some classic Chevy Chase in there. Like if you like him as a comedian, you might not like him as a person. All the things that he said or done, but oh my gosh, like there's some stuff that he does.
He's I guess a terrible human being.
You know what?
But he's brilliant as a comedian.
There's people that still listen to Michael Jackson's music, and they can get past that. So there's certain things that I just get past with Chevy, and I'm like, okay, I like you.
I think what I don't think should compare Michael Jackson to Chevy Chase. I mean,
sorry, my Siri just acted up for no.
Am I right? Am I right? Not to defend.
What's that now?
We're putting Chevy Chase on the same level as Michael Jackson.
I was not trying to do that. I'm just saying that there are people that just get past those things and just enjoy the entertainer for what they do.
Well, I'm saying is Chevy Chase. I've followed him since the original Saturday Night Live, so I think he's brilliant. I mean, I think he's got issues.
He does. There is a hilarious outro, and I think that's one of the things too. Going back and rewatching Community, is some of their outros are some of the funniest shit. And there's this one with where Pierce, Chevy Chase's character, is just trying to get some ice cream out of a soft serve machine that's broken, and it really truly is just classic Chevy because it's just him, and he's just trying to he doesn't know what to do. He keeps grabbing cones, the cones keep breaking, and he just
he's so natural at that kind of stuff.
Oh my gosh, it's just it's second nature. It's like I don't know. To me, it's like watching a great musician do something.
Maybe he has issues with other actors because he's so brilliant that he can't relate.
Well, I mean, he just has. I mean, there's certain things that he said.
I know he said some terrible things.
And you know what's funny though is I know he's also said some very anti-homosexual things, and it's hilarious because his character is extremely he's extremely homophobic towards the main character Jeff. I can't think of the actor's name because I'm just so inundated with Community. But he says
McHale,
yeah, Joel McHale.
Kevin McHale from the Celtics.
He says some things.
He was great
from talking.
Kevin McHale was great on Cheers. Am I right?
Oh yeah,
he was. Anyway, Community is one of the shows I've been watching. The other show I was going to give a small shout out to was The Last Man on Earth. I've been rewatching that. I stopped somewhere after season 1 watching that show.
I stopped after season 3, I think.
It gets weird, man.
It gets to the point where they basically run out of ideas because the first season's pretty funny.
It's funny, but man, it's weird, and it gives me weird dreams, especially when I drink. But so
you must have weird dreams every night.
So you're in luck.
It is kind of my go to bed show that I watch, and man, some funny stuff. But man, and I do enjoy how out there they get with some of the plots, and the actors that they bring on. I don't want to give it away, but
I think you can spoil it.
First episode of season 3, there is a character. There's an actor cameo that occurs, and the actor that interacts with that actor, that there's a shooting that is involved with those two actors. Hilarious. And if you've watched that show, maybe you know.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Just go ahead and spoil it. It's been long enough.
I don't want to spoil it for. Okay, if you enjoy Mad Men, watch that.
January Jones is on it.
January Jones is on it, and there's a character.
She was in this show called Mad Men.
Yes,
starring John Hamm.
And if you enjoy Mad Men,
that's where I'll stop right there.
Just stop right there.
I'm not saying John Hamm appears in this episode, but
I think we just spoiled that. Yes, it's a very humorous.
Yeah, Dennis, that's a spoiler, Dennis. That's a spoiler.
All right. Last thing that I wanted to mention, though, I also watched the movie First Man, which is. I didn't realize that it was so focused on Neil Armstrong and his life, but
wasn't he the first guy on the moon?
Yeah, but
what's the title of the movie?
Fuck You, Jack. It's called Fuck You, Jack.
Is this the one with Ryan Gosling?
Yeah,
I thought First Man would be about Buzz Aldrin.
That's called Second Man. It's the sequel. They're gonna.
That's called. I was so close.
So close.
You know what I would have done?
And the third man's Alfred.
Not worth the penny.
Oh,
Nice.
All right. Anyway, I did enjoy that movie though.
I want to see that.
And I won't. No spoilers, but apparently they do land on the moon.
One small step for man.
It's
one giant leap for, which is not politically correct now.
I just have to say though that I actually really enjoy like learning about him. I mean, he's such a reclusive person.
Yeah, he wasn't the guy you think. He wasn't like this.
Yeah, I mean, Buzz
Aldrin would have been a better first guy.
No. It humanizes him, and I think it showcases Buzz and why they're almost opposites in a lot of ways, and it's great. It's great that they were 1 and 2 because they are different. I mean, and the moments that Buzz is in the movie showcases why he is a different person. Anyway, enjoyed.
He punches a guy. You've seen the clip where he punches a guy because the guy comes up and says the moon landing was fake. So he punched Buzz. He's like 60-something years, 70-something years old.
If you actually watch that clip really close, Jack, you'll see Boston just outside the frame.
Just outside
he tells the guy, Boston tells the guy, "I'm sorry, I thought the guy was old. You take him."
Yeah, exactly.
My bad.
Chris was over there egging him on, going, "Tell him it was bullshit. That you faked the whole thing. See what happens." Like,
Buzz is like 100 years old. I thought he could take him. I don't. My bad. And Chris's friends laying there all bloodied and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I did watch. I sent you guys a thing. I watched a documentary on. I think it was Netflix. It was The Last Man on Earth.
No, Last Man on the Moon.
Last Man on the Moon.
Sorry. I just watched Jack.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And then John Hamm is the last guy on the moon.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
No, it's actually very interesting. It's about his career, and he talks about NASA and how. I forget the guy's name, though. I'm drawing a blank on the guy's name. But he was the last guy to set foot on the. And because they had canceled it was supposed to be like 18 or 19 missions, and they stopped it at 17.
16.
Because I thought it was 17.
It could be 17, yeah.
So there was 2 teams vying for the final spot because he was on Apollo 10. He flew over the moon. Mm. He's so close to be that. See, that would be piss me off. If I was that close, look, can I just land and go step on the moon? Can I do that? I don't want to fly over it. It's like being the third guy and the yes, that's who it is. Eugene Cernan. And he's a very interesting guy. He's just good outlook on life. It just if you haven't seen it, if you're interested in the moon, the Apollo missions at all, it's fascinating.
Nice.
And they all drove Corvettes, which was cool back then. Corvette Stingrays.
They did that. Yeah, they did that for the Apollo 12 crew too. They had gold Stingrays.
Yeah, it just seemed like everybody had a Stingray back in the day. But it is. But to go to the moon, I mean, I talked about this before, and we did a poll on I think Jay and Jack, where most people said they wouldn't go to the moon. I'm like, I still to this day go, who the fuck wouldn't want to go to the moon? I'm sure I've asked all of you guys.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Jack, I would go to the moon, but if you look at an Apollo capsule and actually look at it and go to it, there's no way in hell I would ever get in that damn thing. My 6'2" Irish ass would never be able to get out of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I could get it. I could do it, but no, it's very interesting. Actually, I was looking for the Last Man, First Man, whatever it was with Ryan Gosling. I couldn't find it. That's when I found that.
Yeah, I liked it, Chris. Matt. I guess I wanted something from that film that just didn't, maybe because they didn't have enough information, or maybe they wanted to leave some kind of enigma in it. But, like you see so much emotional cutoff from him in that film, from things from his childhood. And I really wanted more at the end there, some kind of release from him as a character, as a human being, because how he treated his family, how he treated, and when he gets back, it's kind of like his wife just took it all, and it's like, well, you were an asshole this entire film.
Jack, you think that's funny?
I just read the chat. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right.
Alice Crandon didn't want to go to the moon. That was bad.
For those honeymooner listeners out there, I did not want to go to the
I go, Alice Crandon. I go, oh my God, that's funny.
I agree with you, Nick. I mean, he was emotionally.
Go ahead, Nick.
I liked seeing that aspect, though, and I mean, there were moments where yeah,
I haven't seen the movie, but
okay,
and I know a little bit about Neil Armstrong. But was he the guy to be the guy first guy to step up? Because it was such a big deal when you guys weren't born yet. But our parents actually would get. You see in the documentary I watch, they keep showing Tang commercials, Tang things. Our parents gave us orange sugar to drink for breakfast in the morning because that was the drink of the astronauts. All it was orange sugar.
Every growing boy needs Tang, and
everybody had Tang because it was the drink of the astronauts. So it was such a big deal. What I'm trying to say, was he the guy? Was he the guy, larger than life guy, to be the first guy first person in the history of the world to set foot on the moon?
I think he got it because of his name,
Armstrong.
Well, think about it. Like, you have to have a normal name, like Neil Armstrong. Like, it's one of those names that sounds official. You're not going to get a Eugene, for the first guy on the moon.
You're not going to get a Jack Glatz, blah, 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 blah. He's not going to do it.
No, not going to work here anymore anyway. It's just, it's not. Yeah, exactly. You got to have that kind of name. That's what it was.
I think my son could go to Mars.
Yeah, exactly.
Jackson Skypack.
Yeah, but until someone researches his father and finds out,
Oh, he's a dick that beats up all the old people.
Old people, yeah. He did his podcast for years where he just constantly interrupted people,
and surprisingly enough, people paid for this podcast.
Yeah,
would be like this is one small step for man. Chris would interrupt that, wouldn't he? He'd be interrupting. Wait! I got something better.
Hey, Neil, did you say something? Did you say something, Neil?
No, Neil, say it like this, Neil. Say it like this. No. Say it like this. We're live. No. They're a million miles away. They can't hear us.
One small step? You mean like 7? Because you had to walk down that lander thing.
Yeah. And one small step for man. What about women?
What kind of bullshit is that?
Man.
Jeez, living in the 21st century here, dude.
Yeah, what do you? I'm sorry, Collins. You're not even going down there. So what the fuck? You just got to float around here by yourself.
You kind of wonder what he did, like what the pilots actually did in the capsule for like all those hours and days, just sitting there by myself.
Jacket in San Diego. That's what they were doing.
Yeah, I mean, no privacy to masturbate. Jeez.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You imagine Armstrong and Buzz getting back in that capsule, and you just have a jacklet just floating around everywhere. Why is the cockpit so sticky?
I don't know, but I'm awful tired.
The landing gear is jammed.
Wasn't that the premise of Lost in Space?
Houston, we have a problem.
It's a weird problem.
Well, anyway, I did want to talk about going to California, going back to San Diego, and going to one of the the dispensary places.
Should we save that for the extended? Are we doing an extended tonight?
Yeah, I'll save that for the extended.
Let's do that.
You sold me on it.
Well, let's wrap it up now so we can get to that story.
All right, is that all we got here for this episode? Jizz in the sky. What are we calling this one? What do we call? Jizz in space.
Wow, I wasn't going to put that in the title, but it's your show. So
Jizz in the space.
Jizz, jizz, Anyway, now I got that stupid Lost in Space song in my head. But
Screw Alfred.
Anyway. So if you like this show, and we have lots of shows on the Jay and Jack Podcasting Network, Owen Brews Barbecue does a show nobody cares. So
more than a penny.
Do you still have more hats? Have you sold all those hats?
Worth more than a Republic credit.
Anyway, you can support the show by going on Amazon. You just click on joinjjack.com. The little button says Amazon, and you can shop, do all the stuff you want to do. And everybody shops Amazon, so every little bit helps all the podcasters on this network. But you also become a patron. Go to patreon.com. Just go to jayandjack.com. Click on the button, become a patron. But at this time, we're going to thank all our patrons. We thank them all. There's a long list on jayandjack.com that has it. But I'm going to thank Tack from Paris, Eka Rickner Glaffeler, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with the Plan, who has probably seen some of the shows we've talked about. She works for NASA, so you think that
She was in Boston recently.
Yeah, I saw that. And did she meet up with you?
No.
No, okay.
She did not.
Anyway, probably something you said. Drake the Destroyer and Ed the Creepylytic here. Thanks for what you do. Thanks for what everyone does. Thanks for listening to us. Did we get a review since we've been off the air?
I don't know.
Because Matt has a new drawing.
Let's find out, shall we?
Let me look real quick.
I know we have no emails.
Gonna beat me to it, Chris?
Ramblecast After Dark.
Reviews.
Reviews. We have a total of 9 customer reviews. Last one was from
18th. Yeah. So no review. Shame on all of you.
You know, I don't want to be a dick, but you know we're out here every week, dedicated, giving you guys great entertainment, and we can't get a fucking review from you people.
I just like that Chris and I both said too late at the same time.
I mean, we have Matt who does nothing but has great artwork, gives great.
Oh no, I think there was an email that came in that said, "Hello, I am still waiting for your response to my numerous unreplied emails to you concerning your family inheritance fund, $4.6 million. Kindly reconfirm the letter to me for more details. I will be looking forward to hear from you as soon as possible. Thanks and remain blessed. Regards, Mr. Suwaba Morgan." So thank you, Suwaba Morgan. If you need
someone Chris is friends would beat up,
although the email actually says Barrister Bernard Victor, so you know, I don't know, man.
It sounds kind of sketchy to me, but do we send them a drawing?
Well, if you want it, it's yours, dude.
Well, send the reply email saying you've just won a Matt original,
right? And you send us that $4.6 million, and it's all good, dude.
And I tell you what, we won't share it with the other podcasts.
No, we won't. So all go into the budget.
We're being honest.
We're getting new computers.
Nick and I have been in unison for the last 10 minutes. Nah.
You're interrupting each other.
Yeah.
You're finishing each other's sentences. That's nice. That's great.
Thanks for that email.
Yes, thank you. And thanks for everyone else who emailed us on these great topics that we've had.
What's your vector, Victor?
Victor.
No.
All right. On that note.
Great show, guys. 1 in a million? Or 4.6 million?
Yeah, I like that better. And I was just kidding. If someone did send us 4.6 million, no, we still wouldn't share it.
No. Nope.
I'm not gonna. What are they going to do? Kick us off the network? Okay.
We've created our own network.
All right.
Yeah. What is your call sign, Jack?
I don't have one. See you next Tuesday.
See ya.
Hasta luego. And goodbye.
Padre stuck.
Bye.
Dick.